Hey, my Jujubes, welcome back to the channel. How are you guys doing today? If you are new here, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Today is Wednesday. I'm so messed up, y'all. And this probably gonna get to you guys a little late, so some of you guys probably won't even see it. Sorry about this hair. I'm trying to get it together. A lot of you guys probably won't even see this video until Thursday, unless you're a late night watcher. I've been trying to get myself ready for AspireCon, so that's what's been taking me so long to record today. I had to do my hair, had to get myself in order. So hey y'all, we're doing Ethics 6. I don't like this piece in the front, y'all. So I think we left off. With when I was saying that, dang. Oh, they went to Alani's house after him and her and no, I talked about Morgan and her meeting her and Bash, and then her getting a chance to get to know his mom. And then I went over to talk about Messiah and him telling Blue that she needed to get Issa up there for him. And that he told B, like, don't worry about me because you know Noah's up there, and he'll show me the ropes. And you know Noah was Blue's best friend before Messiah, and he died as well. So he was telling her, like, you know, don't worry about it, I'm gonna be okay. Even though I'm not here, I'm still gonna be good, because when I get up there, Noah's gonna be able to take care of me. And so of course that made Blue more emotional, because of her mind, you know, that means that you about to die. Because if you talking about going to see Noah and Noah is in death, then you know it just did something to her. So she went outside, had a breakdown, but she did go and get Issa. So then we go to Alani and Alani at the book sign. I just have 2 tacos here because I'm trying to be real quick. I didn't have a taste for anything else, so I just got cheese, sour cream, meat, and sauce. But you remember, Alani wrote a book, and her professor wound up finding somebody who was willing to publish it. And he had her set up to go on like a book tour. She was nervous. She tried to talk herself out of it. But after reassure her, like, it's okay. You deserve this. So we're at the book signing. Well, the book reading / signing. So she gets dressed, and she walks into the place like, who is all these people here for? And he's like, for you. And it says she was intimidated. She got dressed in her pink Chanel wide leg pants with a blue ruffle neck and bell sleeve top that she tucked in with a skinny tie to match. Subtle diamond jewelry, real diamonds, because Ethic ain't putting on nothing other than that. Her hair was fully grown out shoulder length, so it was pressed bone straight with a middle part. Come on, Alani, looking fresh. And she had Kate's graced her feet. And we heard it. Not heard it for all those English scholars out there. They heard. And so she looking her best. Because Ethic made sure she was going to look her best. But she was nervous. Now, I don't want to get up here in front of all these people and basically tell them about my intimate relationship with my man. I don't know if I want to do all that. So, I always tell her, like, come on. Let's get ready. She was like, I was expecting something a little smaller than this. So, he said, this is a few. All editors, press, media, publishing people. You know, nothing major. Her family was there. Well, Ethic, Bella, Easy, Nanny. And that's it. And Morgan. So, she got up there. And she saw everybody sitting in the audience. And then she did see Ethic. So she's like, where is he at? And so she told Alice, like, I need to speak to my family real quick before I go on stage. You know, we don't have no time for that. We got to go now. You're the woman of the hour. I just need you for the next 2 hours. He can have you back after that. So she's nervous. Like, oh my God, I need to see Ethic first. So they introduced her. You know, her book is called The Ethic of Love, which I think is so cute. It's so fitting. So she got up there, and everybody's cheering, woo, go Alani, woo, go. That's Easy. Easy love him some Alani, and I love Easy and Alani's relationship. It's so easy. It's so much love there. He loved her for real. And you, like I said before, Easy hasn't experienced a mother, and neither has Bella. So to have Alani be able to be there and pour everything she has into him like that, I love it. Like, I just love it. It excites me every time, because when Easy get excited, I be excited with Easy. Like, come on, I'm excited too. So she got up there. She says, you can see I have my very own fan club. She said, they saved me in ways that they can never know. She said, I love them so much. She said, all three of them. Meaning, you know, one for Morgan too. Because, you know, Morgan and Lonnie's relationship is real rough. So, she said, but I guess you're not here to hear all that. So, she was standing there. She was nervous. And when she finally looked up and looked in the back of the room, who was back there? Our man. Because, man, a lot of going to have to share Ethic. And she said she was ready to run off the stage. And she said, she was ready to run off the stage because she was so nervous. And all of a sudden, she heard like in the back of she heard it in the back of the room. And she said, oh, I know that baritone anywhere. You know, I'm like, that's my man. I know it is. Like, I'm sorry. Even if I don't look up, I know that's him. So, she said he stood off to the side in a navy suit so dark that it almost looked black graced upon his skin. And he had a bouquet of blood red roses at his side. So she stared at him for a long time. So much so that everybody in the room done got quiet and they trying to figure out like what she's looking at. So they turn around and they see that who she's staring at. So she mouths to him in the mic, I love you. She said, I'm sorry, guys. I'm so nervous. I need 1 second. So she runs to the back where he is and she says, I'm so nervous. God, I can't do this in front of all of these people. He said, yes, you can. You can, baby. You can. And so she closed her eyes, you know, trying to pull herself together. And when she was in the process of pulling herself together, he said, Okay, he said, God, please let her see herself through my eyes. She would never doubt herself. If you could, if she could see what I see, give her strength in your name, I pray. Amen. Now that's ethic, okay? That's ethic. That's like gun toting, drug slanging, running trucks up and down the highway, moving, breaking all the laws ethic that just sent that prayer up for his girl, okay? And so she was like, oh, I'm like, that's my man. Like, he has enough faith in God to be able to throw that out there when he know that I'm weak, or when he know that I'm running a little bit low on what I need to get through. So she was just like, oh, shoot. So she was so excited. And so she gave him a kiss, and she went back upstairs. Back up to the stage. She said, sometimes a girl just needs to stop everything and go kiss her man. Okay, period. Because that would have been me like, wait a minute, y'all. Let me go and holler at my man. So she told him, like, I've been through so much in the past year. I lost my daughter. I delivered a stillborn. She said, I felt empty, lost, and abandoned. She said, then I let love heal me, and I poured everything into this book. I was supposed to birth a child, but I birthed a book. So she said, I'm standing here holding this, my baby, my book about love. I don't know if you'll love it or hate it. She said, I don't know if it's good or bad. It got me here on this stage in front of all of you, but I hope you feel it. I hope you feel every word. I hope you feel every tear that I cry while writing these pages. Thank you for allowing me to touch your soul. I felt like that was Ashley giving it to me, because every book that she had in some way, shape, or form, I done dropped a few tears. I ain't gonna hold you. So she opened up to the passage that she likes the most, and she read it to them. And then while she was in the middle of reading it, she started to cry. And so Easy got up, my Easy. He got up out of his seat and went up there and hugged Alani, and he stayed with her while she finished the whole entire passage. I loved him. Just like I love his daddy. She was like, you are your daddy's child. He was making sure his Alani was okay. Like, don't cry. It's okay. I got your back. I love me some Easy. So when everything was over, they was about to do, like, signing the books or whatever. And so Alani had told them, like, I need another chair. And he was like, we can't have him up here. This is Alex. We can't have him up here. We need to be professional for the picture. She was like, I'm not asking you. Go get my son a chair. So they go get her a chair. And she signed the books. So she's taking pictures or whatever while Easy's there. And she's looking at everybody who comes into the line to get a book. So she waits. She gets there after come up there, and she like, and who should I make this out to? Let me chew up on my food, because this is my part. Let me chew up on my food, because this is my part, y'all. I might even get emotional, so don't even just disregard it. You know what I'm saying? Just let it go. So she said, so who should I make this book out to? And Ethics said, to my husband. And it says, Alani's heart locked inside of her chest, and all of a sudden she could see people who wasn't even there. Nanny, Mr. Larry, where did they come from? She looked at Bella, then it was Hendrix, then it was Easy. And she looked at Morgan, who even had an awe on her face. Finally, she looked at Ethics. She said, this isn't funny, Ezra. Like, this is not funny. Like, don't get up here and get the plan. And so it says she could barely breathe, and why did her heart feel like this? And before she could barely process what was happening, Ethic rounded the table and got on his knee. Okay. And in the background, they was playing the Jagged Edge song, the Don't Wanna Make a Scene. I think it's called Gotta Be. I really don't care if people stare at us, because she had 90s R&B. So, and they in the bookstore. They at the bookstore, because this is where her thing was. And she said, Ethic. I'm like, oh Lord. And then he said, old school R&B, right? And he said, shit you can relate to. And she nodded her head. And then so Easy, because I love me some Easy. Easy was like, Daddy's going to do it. He's going to bring Alani home for good. And so the song was playing in the background. He shook his head. And so he asked can you turn it down a little bit, B? Because, you know, he nervous. Because now he like, I can't believe I'm about to do this. He like, can you turn it down for me, B? Because Bella insisted on doing it this way because he asked her to help him plan the engagement or whatever with her. Um, so he he asked her to turn it down. She's like, no. She's like, this is my favorite part. And her favorite part was, is you make me whole, you make me right. Don't ever want to leave without you here. Don't ever want to think about you leaving my life, because that's my favorite part too. Me and Alani relate so much on them 90s R&Bs because, baby, I can listen to 90s R&B every day. This new stuff sometimes. I be like, what they talking about? Okay, so he told her, like, you put me back together, Lanika. She said, boy, don't play with me. I think, no, nobody wants me. You don't want me. And he said, yeah, baby. Um, I want you. She like, after he said, you forgiven me, you loved me, even when I wasn't worthy of you, you loved my kids. And then he got to getting nervous, you know, getting shaken or whatever. And so when he was getting nervous, she got out the chair and got on her knees with him, right there with him. And so when she got close to him, she said, I can't say yes if you don't ask me. Hurry up. And he said, marry me, Alani. Will you, Alani Lanika Hill, do me an honor I don't deserve and be my wife? And I think somebody might have walked up and said, you got to answer him, Nika. And I think that was her mom. So her mom was there. Her dad was there. He said, I want a family, baby, a healthy, functional, forgiving family. They made you. They created the person that saved me. You fill in my missing pieces, and I'm so grateful. They are your missing pieces. I owe you them. I needed them to know how beautiful you are, how lucky I am. And she said, Ezra, because I think Zora came, Nair wound up coming. And even his dad, he wound up having come. And he said, I called him not because I wanted to, but because I wanted to have a whole family with you, baby. I wanted you to be the queen to my kingdom, to our kingdom. And he said, I want to forgive and repair with you, Lanika. I want to build family with you and love you for the rest of my life. If you'll have me, will you marry me? And she said, yes. He said, yeah, you know, I'm like, for real? Like, girl, don't play with me. Like, is you serious? And she like, yeah. So she gave him a ring, and he said, you can say no, though. He said, you can say no. These people don't matter to me, Lanika. Only you. Are you sure? And she said, I'm sure. And then everybody said, you know, congratulations. And they got the clapping and crying and snotting and sniffing. So in the process of everything going on, Morgan wound up telling him, like, you know, congratulations, Ethic, you deserve it. You know, you deserve to be happy. And while she's standing there, he's standing there talking to Morgan. Morgan is like, Ethic, and he's like, Mo. And she grabbed him, and she goes into labor. Her water broke. So she's freaking out. Ethic, it's too soon, please. Something's wrong. He's like, nothing's wrong. Everything's going to be okay. So Alani telling him, like, we going to take the kids back home. I'm going to move this today. We going to take the kids back to Nanny's, and you can go ahead and take Morgan to the hospital. So Ethic is like, no, she has to come. Like, you've never done this before. Please, like, she's a mom. I need her. Like, I need her to walk me through this. Like, you ain't never had no babies before, so you don't know what's up. Like, so I need her to come with me. Now, mind you, excuse me with this hair. Yeah, I'm just stressed out. But, her and Alani's relationship is, I'm not going to say strained, but it is. And so she like, I need a mom. I can't do you right now, Ethic. Like, we cool, we tight, but this ain't going to work. I need a mom. So they took the kids home or whatever. They went to the emergency room. And so, they went to the car to go get the car. And so, Alani told her, like, okay, Morgan, I'm right here with you. I've done this before, so we're a team, right? She's like, I'm a vet, you the rookie. We've got this. And she said, Morgan, I've got you, sweetheart. Just breathe. Drive this car faster, bash around every light. And I think that the baby was breech. The baby was breech. Um, oh yeah, she see feet. He's turned the wrong way. What's wrong, Alani? And then she was like, nothing's wrong, Mo. Nothing's wrong, baby girl. I swear on my life, I'm not gonna let anything be wrong, Mo. So they went to the hospital and the baby was breached. So when they got into the hospital, because she was basically in the process of delivery, she wound up having two babies, because remember she had triplets and we thought that she had, well, we thought she had twins and she lost one, when technically she had triplets and she lost one, so she had two. So we got two babies, Masari and Yara Ray Atkins. And so her and him and Alani was, of course, like, was cooling, and he was like, I know your day kind of got overshadowed. She's like, no, this is perfect. They are perfect. She's like, I don't want to wait, I want to get married right away. He said, well, then let's get married, baby. Like, let's not even hold on. So okay, because I think I'm gonna make this video a little long, because I want to finish today, y'all, because we doing this long enough. So we go to the next chapter, and Blue done went all the way to Issa, okay? So she done went over, she banging on the door like, Issa, hurry up, you gotta get up, I gotta take you somewhere. He like, what's going on? She's like, I need to take her to where Messiah is. So they get on the road, they go up there, it's her, Amik, and Messiah, and nope, it's her, Issa, and Messiah. No. It's Amik, Issa, and Blue, okay? And they get on the bike or whatever. She run in the door. And Arya just so happened to be in there with Issa, because, Arya and Issa got something going on. This is the start of their little friendship, relationships, whatever we're going to call it. So he like, what's going on? She's like, it's Messiah, like, we need to go. So they get on the bike. They go up there. They panicking. And he like, why ain't nobody tell me sooner, or whatever the case may be. So when they get back to the hospital that he's in, they go inside the room and he gone. And Blue like, where's he at? And she asked the lady that's in the room with him, like, did they take him for some tests or whatever the case may be? And the lady was like, no, I'm sorry, baby. She was like, but he's gone. He coded, and then they wheeled him out of here. They came back clearing out his stuff a little while after that, put his stuff in a plastic trash bag and started cleaning the room. He's gone, baby. So Issa never got a chance to say goodbye to Messiah, okay? Let alone did he even know that Messiah was sick. So when they said that Blue stood there, she heard the scream. She heard stuff being knocked over, the roar of Issa screaming. She heard Meek calling for a nurse or a doctor, demanding answers. She was sick. She felt her legs. She gave out. She started choking. And then she started throwing up. She said it was the biggest drop of them all. Then Blue felt nothing. Like Messiah felt nothing. Felt nothing. No. Haunted, aggressive, protective, loyal. Messiah, the chosen one. Ethics, chosen one. Morgan's chosen one was gone. They had lost a real one. And the love of his life, Morgan Atkins, had no idea. So that's it. And I was an emotional wreck when I first read this. It still makes me emotional now, even reading it. But all of that happened with Messiah, and now he has died, and she don't even know any of this. So now we go to the final chapter. Okay, this is what it says. This is the final chapter, and in the final chapter, they're getting married. Okay, I don't even have to. Okay. So in the final chapter, they got married. I don't need to look for this part because I know. So they standing inside of, she decided to get married at a library that they rented out and, made it look, he spared no expense. Wherever she wanted, he gave her everything that she wanted. He got her some earrings that Coretta Scott King wore, as her something new, or maybe her something old. Look, I said I don't need my book. I'm talking smack, but I do. So a picture of Coretta Scott King, and it says, "Dear Lonnie Lanika Hill, you are the Coretta to my Martin. I will love you well forever, Ezra." So, so she went in. Bella went in there to give her the gift, and that's when her and Bella kind of exchanged their moment and said that, you know, how their family. She said, "And I'm going to try really hard to be the best stepmother I can be." And Bella said, "You're not a stepmother. You're my mom. You're the only mom," I'm about to cry, "I've ever had. I was afraid Daddy would lose you and then I would lose you. But you stayed. You stayed because that's what moms are supposed to do. They don't leave their kids. So even when you wanted to run, you never left me easy. You will always come back for us." She said, "And I always will. My beautiful girl, you are mine and I'm yours. The greatest love story God ever told." That's another one of those love stories on that page. Is Bella and Alani. She said, "I'm going to love you down for the rest of my life, Bella." And then so she gave Alani a kiss on her cheek, and she said, "See you out there." Okay, so that's when he gave her the earrings. And then she said, "God, thank you for this man, for the love, for the mercy. After loss, I'm so grateful. God, please guide us." And that's when Nanny came in and said, "He will." She's like, "My stubborn girl." She said, "That's a good man waiting on you out there." She said, "What did I do to deserve him?" She said, "How he dug a hole in my soul and then filled it." How did he do both? And she said, "Great men usually are both, our greatest loves and our greatest hurts. You're safe from him, Alani. That much I'm sure of." She said, "I've known since I was laid in that hospital. He sat in that chair by my bed one day, and he told me that he loves you so much that your hate feels like affection, baby. That man told me that he thought you were brought into his life to ease his suffering, to end his life, Lanika. He wanted you to be the one to do it because he said he knew it would be done with love because your hate for him felt better than anything he had ever considered love before. He's crazy over you, Alani. You didn't have to doubt his words, second guess his intentions or his character. He's honest, kind, and fair. You can allow him to love you without feeling guilty." And that's Nanny knew when she had that stroke that Ethic was the one who killed Kenzie. But she forgave him because she knew he was sorry. And it was an accident. And he didn't do it on purpose. And there was no malicious intent behind him killing her. And so that in itself is remarkable, the forgiveness that took place in this book. Not only from Alani, but from Nanny and even Ethic and even Morgan. You know, it is just filled with life lessons. My next video will probably be what I learned from this series though, but I'm just gonna go ahead and give there. So they went to go get ready to walk down the aisle, and Ethic was kind of like looking at Alani, but seeing Raven's face, and he's thinking like, "Oh my goodness!" But he said that she had came to him, a dream to him last night, and let him know that it was okay for him to go on. So while they were, she was coming down the aisle, he was like, "We can't do this right here. We got to go to where our family was." And so they got everybody and packed them outside of the church and took them into the car. But before they can get in the car, he asked Morgan, like, "I need to do something, but I need you to trust me. Are you okay with this? Like, are we going to be able to go on with this marriage?" And Nilani was like, "Because I need your approval. If you say no, then it's no. But if you say yes, then we can go ahead and go through with it." So she wound up saying yes. And then they wind up getting in the car and going to the cemetery. So they had their wedding at the cemetery with all of the pieces of their families. Morgan's family members, her mom, her dad, and Raven. And then they had Bella and her mom, Melanie. Then they had Raven, which is Easy's mom, and all of the family, just the immediate family and friends was there. Naira was the one who married them, and they got married, okay, in the cemetery. It is very unorthodox, but it was them bringing everything back full circle, and being able to overcome something so of such large magnitude, like her losing her daughter, and then now she's married the man who did it. So they got married in the cemetery, okay? They kissed. There was butterflies all flying around. And after it was over, they sat in the cemetery and read to Raven like they do every Sunday. So that's it for them. So then Morgan, after after everything goes, she goes back to her apartment because she hasn't been back from the States for a while. So she went to her apartment and she had got some mail on she had some mail that was sent to her, and he asked her, like, you sure you don't want no company? She's like, I'm sure, thank you for helping them. We can rebook the flights to London. I'll head back soon, maybe day after tomorrow. The twins are old enough to fly now. And he said, we'll fly private. This is Bash. And she told him thank you. And so she went to play some music because dancing is Morgan's way to like release herself. And so when she finally opened up the letter, it was addressed to Morgan Jacqueline Atkins. And she like, who is this? There was no return letter or anything like that. So inside of it was a check for $1 million, which was from Messiah. And it was the ring that he gave her. And basically in the insurance papers, I'm assuming that he died. So she was so hurt. You know what I mean? Like crying, sliding down the wall. But she knew that she couldn't do anything to cause any damage to herself because she had 2 kids to live for now. So she cried herself and was like, oh my God, I can't believe that this is, everything is going on. And now I feel bad because even though he's dead, I didn't want him to think that I hated him, but that's all that we was able to give each other was that last moment on Blue's line. You know what I mean? And so it says that she heard him in her ear, live shorty. She felt him in her gut, live shorty. She felt him in her legs, lifted her from the floor, live shorty. Morgan made her way to the room and picked up her son. And she said, I love you, Messiah. Those S's for Z's, his name, her lips. It will forever live there. His face in her mind, she will always see it. His beat in her heart where he will always live. It says, but why can I still feel him? So, then Morgan, Ashley gives her epilogue about the magnitude of this story. And because she loves these characters so much, she just can't let them go. So then she goes to another scene where Alani and Ethic are like the last people at the church and they're dancing and she's singing a Kiki Wyatt song. And that's it. Ethic 6 is done. And Ethic got his happy ending, which I think everybody thought that he wasn't. I thought it was just going to be like, a whole bunch of tragedy and then more tragedy at the end. But Ethic got his happy ending, him and Alani. So the next book in this series is Christmas with the Okafors. And I'm going to go ahead and go right into Christmas with the Okafors. It's not a long book. I tried to order, but I can't get it right now. But I am going to order it to be back. But my next video probably will be what I learned from Ethic 1 through 6. And then I'm probably going to vlog on Friday because, like I said, I'm going out of town. I'm going to Texas for AspireCon. So that is all I have today. I have kept you guys for so long, and I didn't mean to. But thank you guys so much for watching and going on this journey with me. There are a couple of more books in this series. Just Christmas with the Okafors is the last one. And then Butterfly 1 is the next book. So we can dive into there. You guys let me know if you're ready to get into Butterfly 1. And we can do that. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate everything you guys do. I'm at 192 subscribers. I'm trying to get to 200. So I am going to let you guys go. I love you. And until next time, bye, my Jujubee.